You ever noticed how some guys can walk into a room, say barely a word, and suddenly she's laughing, leaning in, texting him first, and replaying his voice in her head like her favorite song? It's not cologne, not the height, not even the jawline. It's the way he talks to her. More specifically, what he calls her. And no, I'm not talking about the usual babe, cutie, or hun. Those belong to every bland, forgettable conversation she's ever had on dating apps. I'm talking about something deeper. Forbidden nicknames, emotionally charged, psychologically disarming, unapologetically unforgettable. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 powerful nicknames, the kind most guys would never even think to use, that can quietly flip a switch in a woman's mind and make her crave your attention on a whole new level. Each one taps into a different part of her subconscious, her desire for mystery, emotional tension, recognition, and that chaotic mix of attraction and annoyance that makes her obsess without even knowing why. Nickname number 1, trouble. Now hold on, I already know what you might be thinking. That sounds cheesy as hell. I get it. On paper, it sounds like something out of a bad rom-com. But here's the thing. When you drop that word with the right tone, the right timing, and just the right smirk, it's not cheesy, it's deadly. See, trouble isn't just a flirty label. It's a mirror. You're not complimenting her the way every other guy does. You're not calling her hot or gorgeous or sexy. That's what the rest of the world sees. You're calling her a disruption, a delicious disturbance, a soft warning with a smile behind it. She's the kind of energy that throws off your rhythm, and you like it. And that flips the script. Because instead of being just another guy reacting to her beauty, I'm telling her she's affecting me. But I'm still holding the frame. That's the key. I'm not desperate. I'm not needy. I'm amused and intrigued. And that creates a tension that she feels, even if she can't quite explain why. Women, especially the ones who carry themselves with confidence, they live for that emotional tension. It makes everything more interesting. It's like turning the volume up on a song she already loves. It makes her feel not just attractive, but impactful, like she leaves a ripple behind her wherever she goes. So how do I use it? Simple. I wait for the spark. Maybe she's teasing me. Maybe she shows up looking so good that I almost lose my train of thought. Maybe she's just giving me that stubborn attitude that makes me smirk without meaning to. That's when I drop it. I lean in just a little, tilt my head slightly, smile with my eyes, and say, you're trouble. Just 3 words, that's it. I don't follow it with a paragraph of explanation. I don't ruin the magic by over-talking. I just let it hang. Let the silence do the work, because in that moment, she's going to feel it. And that feeling, that's the hook. Because trouble isn't just a nickname. It creates a micro-story. Suddenly, there's an unspoken narrative between us. One where she's the playful villain, and I'm the guy who's not afraid to enjoy the storm she brings. It's flirtation wrapped in confidence, teasing wrapped in awareness. She knows I see her, not just for how she looks, but for the energy she brings. The kind that stirs things up, the kind that keeps things unpredictable. And here's what really makes it land. I don't overuse it. If I called her trouble every 5 minutes, it'd get old fast. It'd lose the edge. But when I say it sparingly, only in those charged little moments where the air already feels electric, it hits harder, it lands differently, it sticks. Because it's not just a word, it's a feeling. It's like handing her a new identity, one that only exists when she's around me. That's the magic. I'm not giving her a compliment. I'm giving her a role in the story we're building. And suddenly, trouble becomes her favorite nickname. Not because she likes being a problem, but because I make her feel like the kind of chaos that's wanted. And once that label sinks in, she doesn't want to be anyone else's babe. She wants to be my trouble. That's the moment I know she's hooked. Nickname number 2, heartbreaker. Now let's level up. The second forbidden nickname on this list, heartbreaker. Yeah, I know, it sounds like something out of a pop song, but don't let the simplicity fool you. This nickname, it's a psychological challenge in disguise. You're not just flattering her beauty, you're calling out her power and letting her know it doesn't intimidate you. Here's the magic. When you call her heartbreaker, you're flipping the frame. Instead of chasing her like the rest of the guys, you're the one observing her, noticing her effect on people, smiling through it. You're saying, I see the way people fall for you, but don't get it twisted, I'm not so easy. Now that hits different, because most women are used to men being reactive, eager, overly validating. You're leaning back, calling her out playfully, but with confidence. Damn, you're a little heartbreaker, huh? Say it like it's an inside joke, like she's been exposed but not judged. The goal here is to create a frame where you're the one with emotional awareness, not trying to earn her, but simply enjoying the game. And here's what happens. She becomes curious about your frame. Why aren't you chasing? Why do you seem so unbothered? Are you serious? Are you teasing? And in her mind, that curiosity becomes connection. She wants to prove you right or prove you wrong. Either way, she's emotionally engaged. This is what I call flirting with edge. You're not rude, you're not cocky, you're calm, playful, unmoved. That's irresistible, especially when you say it during moments where she's clearly used to being adored. And you give her something she never saw coming, a reflection of her power, wrapped in your calm refusal to submit to it. That's not just attraction, that's psychological warfare with a smile. Nickname number 3, my favorite headache. Now this last one, it's bold, it's layered, and it's devastatingly effective when timed right. The nickname, my favorite headache. This one isn't for everyone, but if you can pull it off, it will live rent-free in her head for days. Why? Because it's a contradiction. It's saying, you drive me nuts, and I wouldn't change a thing. It's flirtation wrapped in mock frustration. And when you use it at just the right moment, when she's being a handful, arguing for no reason, teasing you on purpose, this line lands with surgical precision. You are seriously my favorite headache. Say it with a smirk. Shake your head. Let her see that exaggerated sigh, but make sure your eyes say, I like the chaos you bring. This nickname works because it taps into something called intermittent reinforcement, the same mechanism behind addiction. You're mixing validation with resistance. You're warm, but just hard to read enough to keep her guessing. And that's the secret sauce. She doesn't know if she's annoying you or charming you, which makes her lean in harder. She wants clarity. She wants the emotional temperature of the room. And the moment she starts wondering if she's your favorite headache in a good way or a bad one, boom, you've hijacked her thought loop. She's in. And the beauty is, she'll play into it. The next time she pushes your buttons, she'll expect that nickname. She'll even try to earn it, without realizing that's exactly what you wanted all along. That nickname becomes a game, and in that game, you're the one holding the frame. So let's recap. You're not just handing her a name, you're giving her a role in your story. When you call her trouble, you're inviting playful chaos into your world. When you call her heartbreaker, you're challenging her power without flinching. And when you call her my favorite headache, you're pulling her into a delicious loop of emotional tension and sweet confusion. None of these nicknames are about sounding cute or cheesy. They're tools. Tools that speak directly to her emotions, bypassing logic and tapping into the part of her that wants to be seen, felt, and remembered. Because here's the truth. Women don't just remember what you say, they remember how you made them feel. And when your words carry the right weight, with the right timing and tone, they linger, long after the moment ends. She won't even know why she's thinking about you while brushing her teeth, but she will. So if you've ever wanted to be the guy who leaves a mark, who makes her light up at a random text, or laugh to herself just thinking about you, this is where it begins. Use the nicknames, own the frame, build the connection, subscribe, hit the bell, and drop a comment below. Which nickname are you bold enough to try first? Let's find out who's brave enough to call her my favorite headache. See you in the next one.